Okay, take a look here at chapter 13, the book of Revelation, verse 15 and verse 18. Real good here. Last time we're going to look at it. You know, verse 15 is describing this power to give this life to the image. Okay, with this life, this breath. And then verse 18 is describing what the image is to be. The hope of the image is a man. But the clue or the key how to do it is in this wisdom of the understanding of the 600, 6. Exactly what the scripture is telling you. That to do this, you got to have this wisdom and this understanding of this atomic structure of man. You know, not only do they have to conquer the will of man, but they have to conquer the molecular will of the atom, which is tied to man himself and man's dominion over it, the material creation. That's exactly what they're saying. And it's very deep. And it's exactly what we're beginning to see take place in this symbol here. That's telling you what form they hope to fulfill themselves in, the atom. And of course we have the material variable for life, and then of course we have the symbol for the flower of life, which we've already showed incorporates the same geometry of the atom itself. So as they say that they got to move from this dust, this particle, and they got to have the wisdom and the knowledge to do it, we showed the breakdown for the 666 and its trinity association. We've got the 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons as they interassociate, okay, to create the atom itself. And then as we move to another progressive level from the atom itself and then move into the single cell in which atoms create, we see the same echo of truth, the electrical, the chemical, and the biological, which are all trinity associated in a single cell, which once again are just a higher reflection of the same informational truth. Just like we see that's the exact same trinity association here. We see a spirit association applied to a material consciousness which is inhabited in a matter vessel. Another trinity association which creates the main variables of man himself. As we begin to move from the single cell, we see what the objective is. The objective is to make this 666 into a man. Well, the next stage as we move from a single cell, we would progress, lo and behold, to the Torus stage. And this Torus stage is going to fulfill itself as the embryo. And now we begin to see even the embryo of life itself begins to fulfill itself in a hexagon. So the same equational information or echo is being followed all the way from the smallest particle all the way through the stages into the embryo itself. So within this embryo, we find out that we have the same equational symmetry or knowledge, the sacred geometry of the flower of life, which is also the very same apple or flower that was offered in Eden. It was this material knowledge. As I said, that they altered the spiritual knowledge and only offered that to a select few. The rest of the world was tempted with this ability to become God by the knowledge of the material. So as we see now, we're going to see the embryonic stage of man begin to reflect the very same seal equation of the free will seal. But as you know by the CERN, they're telling you now that they found the God particle. In other words, they're telling you that they've conquered the atom. They've discovered the wisdom which allows them to conquer the atom and then insert into this embryonic stage the very life force, the breath, the anti-breath of this fallen prince. So now we're going to see that the embryonic stage in this form is going to shape the very same apple which is being the offer in Eden. I'll be back.